person who really sort of brought it to the fore in the Hunter was Murray Tyrrell. I think his first commercial VAT 47, which he used to call Pinot Chardonnay, but of course it was just straight Chardonnay, was 1971. Of course 71 wasn't a particularly good vintage. In fact, probably remembered as one of the worst vintages in the Hunter for a long while, but nonetheless they managed to achieve a particularly good Chardonnay, and that sort of was what made me start thinking, man, if we can do this in bad seasons, what can we do in good seasons? Later on there were other producers like Dr. Max Lake from Lake's Folly that made a different style of Chardonnay, but nonetheless very, very interesting, probably more refined. And then at Rosemount in the Upper Hunter was the development during the 80s of the Roxburgh style. Now these were enormous big wines off red soil up there over limestone and ironstone, and they really set the world on fire. I mean, they brought a real emphasis on Chardonnay to the Australian public. These were big wines, and they did in those days exceptionally well in the wine show circuit. Chardonnays generally around Australia were bigger is better in the early days, but over the years now we've tended to refine those styles. In a lot of cases still have the same sort of flavours in the Chardonnay, like lots of lovely new French oak, maybe some buttery characters, but they will be a lot more refined, and they will age a lot longer than the ones from the 70s and the 80s. The interesting thing is that you can make a big variety of different styles out of this one little grape variety. It depends on the soil type, it depends on the area, whether it's in the Hunter Valley or Margaret River or Yarra Valley. And the soil type, to me, has a major influence on the character that's produced in the grapes. And then when it comes into the winery, sort of not forgetting that we can sort of dictate the time of picking, the degree of ripeness, we have the opportunity to direct the grapes into a particular style. So they may be oaked, they may be light and lean like a Chablis style, and they may be full flavoured. There are so many different opportunities, and of course we at the moment have so many different styles of Chardonnay, with the possibility of even bringing more styles into our portfolio.